To me, love's cash, friend. Start setting serve by the good beer six. Gotta keep that heat on the seed assets. You know we turn that stick time, that stick time. I'm putting this cash up on the new tour. Put this cash up on the new tour. You can't understand this, it's a true story. Tell a bad man's going straight to the shit. They take it with a stick in your head. They take it with a stick. I can't believe the bullet on my shirt. Because we gotta hit close range. We can talk to stick talk, we can talk to ice too. We can talk to lick talk, and I'm fucking too. I ain't got no else. I'ma put my thumb in.
This thing shakes. This doesn't do it too bad. It's this arm. That arm right there. Just lets that thing travel. I was looking to see if it had a connection that we could just do it from the camera to that base, but
I can see it in your eyes, you
I don't know. There might be a better way to do
cut it out. Do I need to, what else do I need to get in down here?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spring Gymnasium for tonight's basketball game. Featuring the Wildcats of Donaldson Christian Academy and the University School of Nashville Tigers. At this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. This game is being played according to the rules of the TSSAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Wildcats, number 12, Sam McGlasson. Number 13, Jerry Lopez. Number 21, Hannah Schraub. Number 23, Sam Zapton. And number 24, Haley Smith. And now the starting lineup for your USN Tigers. Number 2, Neha Sani, a sophomore 20, Sydney and sophomore number 31,
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Sperling Gymnasium for what looks to be a splendid evening of Tiger basketball. Tigers are playing host to the Wildcats of DCA this evening, and the games between the USN Tigers and DCA are always close. So it promises to be a great evening of basketball. Tigers stand at center court, breaking it down before tonight's action tips off. DCA in the royal blue uniforms with gold trim, white lettering. USN in the all-white, garnet trim, and Columbia blue lettering. It will be Ellen McQueen to jump it up against McGlasson for DCA. The officials take their place on the floor. The cheerleaders start the jump ball chain, and that is the surest sign that we are about to be underway. USN moving from our right to our left. Leah Payne has it on their pin position again, right to our left. She spins left, she's blocked. 2-on-1 move away from the Wildcats. Ball fake shot is off the back of no good. Leah has the rebound, coming back over the line. Leah's going to try to take it a shot now. She settles it down and brings it back out. Floating left-hander from Kendall, no good. Rebound to Freya. She let it go quickly and went to the floor. The shot was no good. So the score remains deadlocked at 0, half minute into the game. DCA with a three-pointer, they're first on the board. And so it's 3-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Leah Payne now has it. Gets it down to Burgess on the baseline. Repost, gets it on the block, hustles into the middle, throws it up, too strong, no good. Neha gets a hand on the rebound, but DCA comes away with it. It's Lopez, and she outlets to Sham. Sham up the left sideline. Tries to split the defenders into the middle, she's cut off. And Sydney Neal swats it out of bounds into the arms of the senior cheerleading captain, Ellen Nordberg. So DCA has it under the offensive goal with a 3-point lead. Wide open is McGlasson and she lays it in. So it's a quick 5 points in short succession for the Wildcats. Their lead is now 5. Leah calls for a screen. Kendall comes up over it. Gets it on the baseline to Neha. Neha to Ella. Ella gets into the middle. She's blocked again. 2 quick blocks from McGlasson. Ella tries again. Short. Lopez with another rebound. Shortest player on the floor for either team. She had 2 rebounds on the last 2 possessions. Tigers in his own defense. Wildcats cycling around the perimeter. McGlasson again from the foul line. Short. McQueen has a rebound. Now it's to Kendall. Here comes Kendall up the left side trying to beat Lopez. Good defense. Leah Payne puts a ball fake up. Shot, bank shot. Rattles in. Shooters at the wall. And it's down to a 5-2 Wildcat advantage. Here comes Smith down the middle. It's over to Zapton. Opposite side to Lopez. They get it to McGlasson in the middle. Now back to Lopez again. She tries a 3. Buries. Nice shot there. 2 3-pointers in the first 2.5 minutes have given the Wildcats a 6-point lead. That is the margin. Those 2 3-pointers. Leah gets it at the foul line. Gets into the lane. Bank shot good. The break is open for Leah Payne tonight. She scored on consecutive possessions and is keeping the Tigers in this game. You see her attacking the zone at the foul line. Now driving is zapped in and she's fouled. She had a half step on Sydney Neal and Sydney couldn't quite recover in time. And she's called for the foul. It is the first foul of the evening. Zapton's first free throw is off to the left. No good. So the score remains 8-4, 5 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Second free throw is good. 9-4, DCA out in front. Sydney gets it in now. Shot is short, no good. Lopez has it after the outlet pass, settles it down. Working against Kendall. Kendall, a tremendous perimeter defender. Lopez shakes free after a screen. Sean puts it on the floor, drives, gets it out. 15-footer from the baseline is good. DCA is converting well on their open looks, and their lead is the largest of the evening at 7 points, 11-4. Kendall gets it to Leah, flashing through the lane, and the layup is good. Leah has all 6 thus far. Tigers trail now, once again by 5 points, 11-6. Driving the lane is Sean, she kicks it out. Lopez has it now, looking for somebody to pass it to. Gets it to McGlasson, puts it on the floor, drops it back to Lopez. Nice defense here by USN. It's a long possession, but the Wildcats remaining very patient. Sydney nearly with a steal. A good deflection out of bounds. Charlotte Sigmund checks in for Ella. Halfway through the first quarter now. Zapton to throw it in, gets it into the baseline. McGlasson gets around Neha, challenges Charlotte. Good defense. Charlotte with a rebound. Sydney Neal now in the corner and thinks about it, but puts it on the floor instead, and a little bit of a miscommunication there with Leah Payne, and the pass sails out of bounds. So the Tiger deficit remains 5 at 11-6. It's Lopez advancing forward for DCA. Again working against Kendall. She crosses over from right to left. Now in the corner is Zapton. Drives the baseline, picks up the dribble, kicks it back out. Three-pointer on the way from McGlasson, and another one is good. Wildcats have shot beautifully, 3 for 3 thus far from behind the three-point line. Although they seem to be scoring that at 2 at the moment on the scoreboard. So it is 13-6 as the scoreboard shows it. Kendall drive the pivot foot. And the Tigers now press forward. So we'll see a little bit of a pressure defense. Well, not much of one. They sink back into the half-court defense. Now Zapton challenges and she scores. 15-6, Wildcats out in front now by 9. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Here comes Kendall using the screen from Leah Payne. Charlotte with a skip pass over to Leah. Leah now posting up, spins, baseline shot just off, no good. Rebound to Charlotte, she's hustling forward. Bounce pass is too far ahead of McGlasson and out of bounds. So USN has it back. Trailing by 9. They get it to Neha. Neha puts it on the floor, struggling to handle it, and she double dribbled. So the Tigers turn it over again, and their deficit is 9. Tigers have to do what they can to make sure this one doesn't get away from them. McGlasson tries another 3. It is short. Sigmund with the rebound. Alex to Leah. Leah hustling down the middle, trying to split all the defenders. Kicks it out to Sydney from the baseline. Way off the mark, no good. But it's deflected out of bounds, off the Wildcats, and the Tigers will have it back. Two minutes and 7 seconds now in the first quarter. USN trails by 9 points, 15-6. It's Leah to throw it in from the corner. Little backdoor play. Oh, and I see now why there was such a great cheer in order to go Brooke Burgess takes her place on the floor. She missed an extended period of the season due to injury, and it's great to see her back out there. That'll be a huge assist to the Tigers on both ends of the floor. McGlasson runs into a double team, turned it over, and committed a foul. It is her first. Tiger basketball in serious need of a basket. Let's see what they have here on the offensive end. Brooke Burgess now brings it forward. Drops off to Lee at the elbow. Great pass underneath to Sigmund, and she scores. Great vision there by Leah. So she's got 3 field goals and an assist. And it's 15-8. Wildcats. Bit of a sloppy hit over near half court, but Lopez gets it under control. Cheerleaders get the defense chance going. Try a little backdoor play. Smith got her hands back on it. Zapped into the pull-up from the baseline. Well short. Sydney Neal has the rebound. Here comes Kendall now. Back over to Sydney. Sydney with a left-hand dribble into the lane. Bank shot is good. So that's 4 in a row for USN. They've clawed back to within 15-10. Inside a minute now. 45 seconds and running in the first quarter. Putting it on the floor. Zapton. Scoop layup is no good, but she got her own rebound. Leah Payne to the block. Can't be saved. And there's going to be a foul. Good hustle by Kendall to keep it in bounds. Foul's on Zapton. She didn't like the call. Leah gets some quick instructions from Coach Jules and hustles back to the other end. Brooke passes it into Kendall, and we'll see if the Tigers hold for the last shot. I usually want them to, and I'm usually disappointed. Oh, but Coach calls for one shot. Will we see it? Leah has it on the baseline. It's tipped up into the air. It's tied up on the floor. Jump ball, and that means that the Wildcats will have it. It's Zapton to throw it in. Tigers in a full court man-to-man. They switch on the screen. Coming up the sideline is Lopez quickly now. Passes the front to Kendall. Tigers gets it. Oh, and it just falls out of bounds. Off the hands of Charlotte Sigmund, and the Wildcats have it back. But the student section loves it. Several of them are on their business casual feet over there. Others are in hooded sweatshirts and seated. Shot gets up at the buzzer, it's no good. And the first quarter comes to a close, and the last 2 minutes were well played by USN. Treat for everybody at home, and the score is now DCA 15, USN 10. Coach Jules instructing the Tiger players on the bench very intently during this timeout. Tigers did a great job to keep this game from getting away. DCA shot a tremendously high percentage in that first quarter. Their lead was as big as 9, but the Tigers scored the last 4 points of the first quarter. A run on which they'll no doubt hope to build as we prepare to start the second 8 minutes of basketball. USN breaks the huddle. And the Wildcats do as well. Both Burgess sisters, Sydney Neal, Charlotte Sigmund, and Leah Payne on the floor for USN. It's the starting 5 for DCA. DCA dressing only 7 girls tonight. Tigers have 9 girls dressed. Kendall dribbles into the corner, now circles back toward the middle. Sydney lost the handle out of bounds. So DCA coming back the other way. Lopez drops it off to Sham. She calls out the offense. Dribbles around the high screen. Now splits some defenders. Can she get a handle on it? Just didn't manage to save it. Sydney Ware first there. She's got it. Can she win the one-on-one race to the basket? She pulls up. She's stymied by McLaughlin. She's hurt. She got hit in the face. A jump ball is called. Alternate possession now favors DCA. So it's Zapton to throw it in. DCA with a screen to try to free somebody. Lopez has it. Hounded by Sigmund on the right sideline, but she gets around it. Moving around to Zapton. She tried. Gave a bit of a ball fake to try to get around Charlotte.
Yeah, they had it set up.
But took one step too many.
This camera was flattened out.
Ella McQueen checks in. She will replace Sydney, who checked herself a few times for blood after that shot to the face. She wasn't sure, and there may be a little bit of a nosebleed there. Kaylin's on it for USN. Here comes the Tiger offense. They get it down low to Ella. She's wide open. Bank shot is good. Ella McQueen enters the scorebook for the first time tonight. USN scored 6 unanswered. They trail now by only 3. And the last pass leaves it out of bounds. Pass was deflected. And then it was Bailey Smith who had the last touch on it. So USN has it back with a chance to get within 1 or perhaps tie the game. Brooke looking to find Ella. Ella now has it 15 feet away. Good! 15-14. Zapton trying to get a layup. She took many, many steps, but a foul was called. Looked like a travel first, but not how the official saw it. Foul's on Brooke. It's her first foul of the evening and in several months. Zapton's first free throw. Rattles out real good. Score remains 15-14 DCA. Mia Payne gets a bit of a breather. Sydney checks back in. Good to see that she's okay. The arrhythmic stomps of the Tiger cheerleaders will force a miss. Not this time. So DCA stops the 8-0 Tiger run, and their lead is back to 2 points. A foul after the made free throw, so they're counting the free throw, but a foul is called on Sham. It is her first, and only the third on DCA here in the first half. Tigers with 2 team fouls at the moment. 6:31 left in the first half. USN trails by 2 points. Kendall surveys the floor, calls out the offense, drives left. Ella looking to post. They get it over to Brooke. Ella fighting to get free. McLaughlin defending hard. Turnaround shot, no good. Ella tries to get a hand in there, can't quite do it. Here comes Bailey Smith now. Over to sister Brianna, shot no good. Sydney Neal with a rebound. Alex to Kendall. Tigers hustling back the other way. Down low on the baseline is Charlotte. Can't get to go. Ella with a rebound. The putback is off to the left, no good. Lopez has another rebound. She brings it up and drops it off for Sham. Sham sprints to the basket, trying to get around Ella. Shot no good. Good help defense there by Ella. Forced the miss. Kendall settles it down in the middle. Over to Brooke. First left goes right. Gets around the defender. Shot is good. Oh, you love that. Brooke ties the game. It's 16 apiece. Inside 5.5 now left in the first half. Looking to play. Oh, it's a steal by McQueen. Trying to run the fast break. Can she score on her own? Oh, not quite. There's a rebound by Brooke and she scores again. Timeout Wildcats. It's a 12-1 run for USN, and what was once a 9-point deficit is now a 2-point advantage. And Brooke's smile is from ear to ear on the bench, and rightly so. Cheerleaders a little more invigorated than they were in the first quarter for reasons that are not too difficult to understand. But this game is far from over. The momentum certainly belongs with the garnet and blue. But the margin is still only 2 points. And so all the fortunes can change in just an instant. Another 3-pointer for DCA would give them the lead once more. Tiger defense will have to remain effective and efficient for the rest of this one. USN 18, DCA 16, 5 minutes, 8 seconds left in the second quarter. DCA basketball, it's Lopez walking it up. Kendall's there to greet her on the Tigers' head near the half-court stripe. Now surveying the floor with Sean. She nearly threw it away. Zapton has it now 18 feet away, trying to shake free from Kendall. Can't do it. Ella comes over to help. Sean nearly had a layup. Neha did a good job to prevent the layup, but committed the foul. So, Sean goes to the line to shoot 2 with a chance to tie the game. First one is good. That makes the score 18-17 in favor of USN. Sean's second is too strong and Ella has the rebound. She outlets to Kendall. Here comes Kendall quickly up the left side. Trying to get into the middle. She does. Floater from 12 feet. Just off. No good. And let's see what Leah can do trying to stop a 2-on-1. Zapton has it with a ball fake. Kicks it out to Lopez. She tries a 3. Just off. No good. And it topples over the backboard and the Tigers have it back. 18-17. Tigers out in front. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Kendall looks things over. Neha comes up high. We'll get it instead to Lee on the baseline. Sydney posting up. She spins in the middle. Now crosses back to the left. Nice move. Gets her own rebound on the miss. Loose ball on the floor. Gets it back. Up and under. She scores. USN 20. DCA 17. 18-footer now from Zapton. Banks in. That silences the crowd for the moment. 2019. USN has the lead. Ella wants it. Ella has it. Left-hand layup, good. Tiger offense really clicking here now in the second quarter. The lead is back to 3, 22-19. Here comes Smith working against Neha. Good defense. McGlasson looks things over. Hand off to Lopez. Lopez retreats to half court, gets it over to Zapton. Zapton drives right. 18-footer from McGlasson spins out. Sydney with a rebound. The outlet pass was deflected, but it's going to be a foul on Zapton. Her second. Team's fourth. 3:15 left in the first half. Leah has it. Throws it in. Here comes Kendall now. Kendall up the left side, gets it over to Leah. Leah down low to Ella. Ella's free again. Another left-hand layup is good. Ella's found her stride here, and the Tigers have done well to get into the basketball here in the second quarter. USN's lead is 5. Smith drops it off to Zapton. Zapton thinks about a shot from the baseline. Instead finds a cutting Lopez. Her shot's blocked by Neha and Sydney. Lopez gets it back, cycles around the baseline, and comes back towards center court. Now drives. Good job to seal off Neha, but the shot is no good. The putback by Sean is also no good, but she's fouled. So DCA is able to extend the possession. Fouls on Neha. Or scoreboard showing it's on Leah. I might have been mistaken. So it's Sean to shoot 2. First is good. Low arcing free throw. Was true. 24-20. Tigers out in front. Second is too strong. Ella has the rebound. Here comes Leah, hustling forward, spins around to the left, and she scores. Tigers scoring with great quickness now. Their lead is 6. Oh, and there's a foul on the floor. Ella's jaw is also on the floor. She didn't care for that call. Looked like there could have been a travel. The foul is called on Sydney. Her second. They lob it into Lopez. 2:15 and running in the first half. They get it to Smith. Now Zapton has it, working against Ella. Crosses over to the left, gets around Ella. It's a steal. Sydney's out in front. Can the pass get to her? Oh, Sydney does well to get it and keep it in bounds. But she lost it on the way up, and Zapton has it coming back the other way. Kendall sprinting to the basket, trying to call off McLaughlin. She forced the miss. Ella fighting for the rebound. It's on the floor. She tries to tie it up. She does. Great job by Ella McClain getting on the floor, and the possession arrow points in the direction of USN. So that's an extra possession for the Tigers now. USN leads by 6, 1 minute, 46 seconds left in the first half. And the Tigers have built on the momentum they established. DCA has kept themselves in the game. But USN has done the great majority of the scoring. This game was 15-6 in favor of DCA, and since then, it's been a 20-5 USN run. Stefan Pretorius over in the student section either has made a sign out of a notebook or is doing work at the present moment. It's unclear which it is. Here comes Kendall. She shoots from the elbow, hierarchy shot. And was it a pass? Who can say? But in either case, it's now Wildcat basketball. Here comes Lopez. Drops it off to Zapton. She tries to get around some defenders. Now comes over and forces a miss. Quick out to Kendall. Sydney's free in the front court. Can she convert the layup? She can. Tigers lead swells now to 8 points. Here comes Smith. Trying to get to the lane. Pulls up at the foul line. Excuse me, that's Shaw, Barbara Smith. Drops it to Lopez. Down to a minute now. Good defense from Kendall, trying to force a 5 count. Leah gets a hand in, and that forced a foul. That's a good job by Leah Payne there, and by Kendall. Good team defense. The Tiger lead is 8. Can they extend it to double figures on this possession? Clock running now with 50 seconds. It's a 1-3-1 defense now for DCA. Oh, and that's looked like a blow to the face. Third foul on Zapton. 6th on DCA, or perhaps it's the 5th. I might have spoken too soon. It's Brooke to throw it in. Kendall's open. Charlotte has it now. Els wants it badly. 3-pointer on the way, just off. No good. Leah gets a hand on it. A spectator was nearly struck by the ball, but it was Leah who struck it last. And so DCA has it, trailing by 8. Looking to get a basket here in the waning moments of the first half. We're down now to the final half minute. And Kendall was just a little bit out of position. Bodied Sham out of bounds, and she gets her first foul of the scoreboard showing 29.5 seconds, and USN in front by 8 points. Lopez slowly brings it over the half-court stripe. Right-hand dribble to the left side. Drops it off to Smith. Smith working against McClain, can't shake her. Attacking the baseline is McLaughlin, but she traveled. And so it appears that USN will have the final possession of the first half. 10.7 seconds now. USN by 8. They'll have to hustle to get a quality shot. And hustle they do. Here comes Brooke. Gets a screen from Ella. Brooke is free. Gets into the lane. Tries to find Charlotte. She does. Can she get a shot off? She can. Oh, and Charlotte has a great grin on her face as well as she might. And that makes USN's lead 10 points, 30-20. What a great comeback in the last 10 minutes of that first half. We'll see you for the second half in 10 short minutes.
They just started super hot. DCA couldn't hit.
Yeah, they were hitting everything. We started playing better. We figured out, I don't know if it's her plan or what, but the girls stopped their play. They have one play, two really good plays, and they were moving the ball around. We stepped in the right. And then we started taking advantage of pulling Ella from the out, which is sophomore defense on the inside, passed around and on the other side of the field. It was really good. Well, they instructed she's dominating the inside. All she had to do is turn around and get the ball and shoot it. We're elbowing from one leg up in front of one of the other legs, like our crossover leg. And so Ella pulling her back, and Ella coming out here, they're like, what do we do now? So they tried to follow and be aggressive. We just let them around behind her. It was good. They were too worried about her. Keep singing inside look.
Yeah, we had a pretty good balance in the score. We had a bunch of points. Sydney, Brooke scored.
Brooke scored. You know, I'm putting on Charlotte. At the other away game, we couldn't make it. We couldn't make it. We were just like, I was beside, I want to yell at you. We're down by 10 minutes. So, there's your point. Spread right there. Well, they put her in, it's like later in the game. She gets fouled twice. Just clutch. Boom.
I got to do a little work Saturday, but that's it. I'll be watching some football Sunday.
Both games on Sunday?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the same schedule as this last Sunday.
3 and 7.
2 o'clock.
I went out last Sunday. I was supposed to meet. I thought I was meeting Dad. Isaac before. Younger kid.
I've heard of him.
Out at Montgomery Bell.
Oh, okay.
They must have had something at Greystone. He said something at Montgomery Bell. It was like $30 to play. It's really good. They didn't show up. He canceled, and I didn't hear about it. And I was already out there. It was early Sunday. There was nobody there. I played in under 3 hours. And I caught up with one group on hole 11. And I just gave myself a bogey and just passed that hole. That was the only group I saw the entire time. I'm glad I passed them because they were extremely slow. Yeah, it was good playing out there. Like, okay, good. Some of you may be able to.
I'd rather not get anything. I'd rather just not know there's something happening.
One of our I wonder what it was.
I'll find out one day. And then I'm going to read this email from Norman. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah. Well, so far that's, I put it in golf terms, it's par for the course. Are you hungry?
Thank you, I appreciate
I
that.
haven't eaten. You eat dinner?
I am.
Good.
I usually snack.
What did you say there? What happened? I don't know. I was asking you. I haven't heard either. You usually got the ears to the ground. And you're on the cheerleading squad? Oh my god. I don't believe what you hear.
I was looking to get to know Zoe, but I don't know.
She's only sophomore. You'll get her soon.
She's a regular master.
Biology. I think she might want to go into biomedical.
That's awesome. That's a great field.
Which I know nothing about.
It's a very big field.
Really?
But it's a very difficult science.
Yeah.
If you can do it. It's hard.
I don't know, she just gets it and understands it and enjoys it and it doesn't stress her out. So.
Vanderbilt has a great program.
Really? Well, it's named for a reason. There's such a big research.
I think they were one of the early, they were one of the first schools to have
Oh, wow.
if I remember.
Okay. I'll let her know. I know she didn't want to go to school here.
I remember bringing the bike to the house.
That horn means halftime is over. And it will be Wildcat basketball to start the third. I think. Yes. Leah tried to go take it, but it was not given to her. And so DCA will have it, trailing by 10, 30-20 as we start the second half. This is starting 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. Lopez now with the basketball, trying to get free from Leah Payne. Ella goes for a steal, doesn't get it. And Zapkin tries. So the Tigers get a quick turnover, and we'll see if they can expand upon their 10-point lead. Sydney with a long two, no good. Neha with the rebound, put back too strong. Ella has it batted away by McGlasson, but it gets to Payne. She can't finish. Neha tries again, no good. Ella fighting for the rebound, has it now. Blocked by McGlasson. Ball's on the floor, tied up. And possession arrow favors the Tigers this time. So a great sequence of offensive rebounds for USN. No basket as yet, but they retain possession. Kendall looking to throw it in. Shuttles it into Ella. It's again loose on the floor. Coming out of there is Smith. She hustles the other way. It's a 2-on-2. Gets it over to Lopez. She tries a three. No good. Rebound Smith. Talking puts it on the floor. Nearly traveled again. Smith tries a three. Too strong. Sydney fights for the rebound and has it. She's double teamed. She gets it over to Kendall. Kendall looks for Sydney and finds her. Now here comes Leah. Bank shot no good. McQueen with the putback. Oh, it is good. So USN's lead ballooning now to 12 points. 32-20. Lopez has the advantage up the sideline, but spins back towards center court. Looking for some help now. Kendall tries to get a 5-second count. Nearly had one. Ella going for another steal. She got her hands on it. Sydney comes over to help and try to get a steal. Can't quite get it. And they call a travel on Zapton. Starting to feel for Zapton a little bit. She's been called for several fouls and traveling violations tonight. I'm not sure about that call anyway. That was a close one. She didn't do too much motion on the floor. Sydney's bank shot is no good. McQueen with another offensive rebound, and she is fouled. It has been all USN since the score was 15-6 DCA. Since then, the Tigers have scored 26 to only 5 for the Wildcats. Ella scores again. 33-20 USN. Second free throw is short. Smith comes away with it. It's a 4-on-2 baseline jumper from McGlasson is good. First points in the second half for the Wildcats, and it's USN by 11, 33-22. Sydney looks things over, gets it to Leah. Leah puts it on the floor, gets into the lane, tries to shake free. Instead kicks it out to Sydney. Sydney shoots from the elbow, no good. Leah has the rebound, putback is also no good. Kendall has another offensive rebound, kicks it out to Sydney as she goes to the floor. Oh, and Leah was free for a moment, but recovering to get a steal with Smith. Now Leah has it. Ooh. Leah had what looked to be an uncontested layup taken away by a foul call. The foul is on Leah, and it is her second. Looking to throw it in to Smith, but not yet finding anyone. He gets it in the corner to McGlasson. McGlasson drives left, shoots, no good. Leah with the rebound, hustling the other way. Attacks the defense, tries to get around the defenders, can't do it. Her shot was blocked, and McGlasson comes away with it. She lobs it forward to Lopez. Lopez runs it down. She pulls up and shoots a three. It's off to the right and missed everything, but Smith got the rebound. Shooting from the elbow is Zapton. It's no good. The ball comes to Leah on a hop, and she has it, and was fouled by Smith. The deficit for DCA is 11. 5 minutes and 2 seconds now left in the third quarter. Leah breathing hard as she throws it in. She's played tremendous basketball tonight. And Coach Schurz calls for time. 4 minutes, 58 seconds now left in the third quarter. Your score from Sperling Gymnasium, USN 33, DCA 22. A battle of the cheerleaders now. The Wildcat cheerleaders on our left side of the floor, trying to excite the Wildcat fans. Meanwhile, the numerous Tiger cheerleaders trying to get the students fired up. And it looks like they're having some success. The final seconds raced away from the full timeout. It is Tiger basketball with an 11-point lead. Throwing it in from the sideline will be Leah Payne. She gets it to Kendall. Over to Sydney on the opposite side. Sydney backs up a little bit, gets it over to Kendall. Kendall tries a three. It is good! Tigers' first three-pointer of the night. Their lead is 14. Tigers nearly get a steal, but they don't. Here comes Zapton attacking. Picks up the dribble. Gets it out to Sean. Sean gets it over to Smith. Smith tries a three to answer, and she does. That keeps DCA in the game for the moment. They trail by 11, 36-25. Kendall looks for an option, finds Leah. Receives another pass. Heads over toward the left corner. Now McLean has it. Gets it to Sydney. Sydney back to Kendall. Kendall tries a long two. Go! Two very nice perimeter shots for Kendall Burgess there in consecutive possessions, and the USN lead is a baker's dozen, 38-25. Is there going to be a moving screen? No, we've got a timeout. Timeout on DCA, 30-second timeout. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left in the third. High fives for Kendall from Coach Jules. And Coach Jules certainly seems to be very happy with the way things have gone thus far in this one. Meanwhile, over in the other huddle, Wildcat players are on their feet. Their coach remains very calm as well. Trying to find a way to get the Wildcats back in this game. The Tigers have had very balanced scoring on offense this evening. McQueen, the Burgess sisters, Sydney and Leah Payne have all contributed mightily to the offensive output for USN.
Let's go, Brookie.
Brooke Burgess and Charlotte Sigmund check in, replacing Kendall and Mohan. Zapton to throw it in. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez back to Zapton. Started by Charlotte, now gets it over to Smith. Smith to Lopez. Lopez's pass is deflected, but it arrived to Zapton. Gets it to McGlasson. 20 feet away, hounded by McLean. Now it's a steal. Oh, and that's got to be a foul. Got to be a foul on Lopez. Brooke was clearly the first to the loose ball. Lopez tried in a desperation effort to get it, but was too late and collided with Brooke, resulting in a foul. Leah communicating with Brooke as she prepares to throw it in. Leah has it over on the right wing. Now Brooke has it, gets to the elbow. Sydney in the corner. She tries a three. Just rattles out, no good. Lopez is in the clear. Sydney sprinting from behind, trying to close. But Lopez lays it in. Nicely done. Just 38-27 USN as we're under now the 3-minute mark remaining in the third quarter. High screen from McQueen. She tries to roll to the basket. Instead, the pass tries to go to Leah, but it's taken away. Sham gets it to Zapton. Zapton's wide open, and she lays it in. That cuts the USN lead to 9, 38-29, and the Tigers have had some trouble finishing games in which they've had big leads before. So they'll need a strong effort here to finish this game, which is far from over. Leah puts it on the floor, bank shot short. The rebound is on the floor. Who's going to come away with it? It is tied up. Possession arrow points to the Wildcats. Stella Shan, seeing her first action of the evening, replaces Ellen McQueen.
Get on the other side of her.
Smith drops it off to Sham. Sham working against Brooke. Smith retreats to 30 feet from the basket, now tries to attack. Kicks it out to McGlasson. Her three is short. Rebound Leah. Bounce pass over to Brooke. Brooke crosses into the middle. Tries to find Stella, but the pass was too high.
Get back.
1.5 minutes remain in the third quarter. USN's lead is 9, 38-29. Smith with a dribble handoff to Zapton, and a jump ball was called. Zapton was tied up. Possession arrow points toward the Tigers. Leah bounces it in to Brooke. Brooke looks to the bench for instructions. Has them now, gets it over to Sydney. Sydney attacks the baseline. Scoop shot is blocked, no good. And here comes Smith hustling the other way. Tigers cut off the middle, bounce pass to Zapton. She attacks and she's fouled. So DCA is lingering in this basketball game a little bit more than USN would like. It's Zapton at the line where she'll shoot two. The first is well short. An unkind chant begins in the Tiger student section after the free throw that missed everything. The second free throw is too strong, as is often the case. First one short, second time overcompensate. We're under a minute now. Tigers by 9. Kendall thought about a three, but there was a foul on the floor, which brought everyone to silence. Everyone wondered what the call would be. It was a foul on Sham, off the ball. She's had the difficult task of trying to slow down Ellen McQueen, who really found her stride in the second quarter. They throw it into Kendall. Kendall over shot. Back to Kendall. She's free. Three-pointer on the way. It's short. Rebound Zapton. She sprints up the right side. Drops off to Lopez. Now driving is Sham. Kicks it off to Zapton at the baseline. Shot no good. Here comes Kendall now. Kendall circles around to the right side. There's Brooke. Brooke gets into the lane, floater is short. Stella nearly has the rebound, but it's batted out of bounds. The roof would come off this gymnasium if Stella Chan scored a basket, and that would be a wonderful thing. DCA appears not to be guarding her at the moment. They lob it to Ella. Ella has it at the elbow. She gets to the foul line. Shot is off to the right, no good. Rebound Zapton with 18 seconds. Nice outlet to Lopez. Lopez up the right side. Now settles down. Clock showing 10 seconds. Ella couldn't quite get a hand on that one. Here's Zapton. Bounce pass. Over to Sham. Sham kicks it out to Lopez with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Can she get a shot off? She does. It's no good. And the third quarter comes neatly to a close with the score USN 38, DCA 29. As you'll remember, the margin at halftime was 10 points, now only 9, so DCA with a narrow victory in the third quarter. They'll need a much greater victory in the fourth quarter if they're to win this one. Competing cheers now. We have the Tiger cheerleaders on the floor simultaneously with the Wildcat cheerleaders. And there can be no question about which section is the louder section. The Tiger cheerleaders are the best there are. There can be no question about that. Student section is on their feet as we prepare to start the fourth quarter. USN's lead is 9. Currently seated on the bench for USN, receiving the last instructions, are Shan, Sigmund, Burgess, and McQuain. But Sydney Neal heads to the scorer's table, so it remains to be seen who will be on the floor for USN to start the fourth quarter. Tigers break the huddle, and Sydney Neal is on the floor, replacing Stella. DCA will open the quarter with possession of the basketball and a 9-point deficit. Zapton to throw it in. Flashing into the backcourt is Lopez, but they instead throw it forward to Sham. Sham gets free from McQuain, gets into the lane, running layup is good. That's 6 points in a row for DCA. USN lead is down to 7. Kendall thinks about a 3, but decides not to. Gets it to McQuain. She's open. She scores. Great answer there for USN. And a basket that the Tigers desperately needed. Firing it forward now is Smith. She gets it to McLaughlin. Sydney goes for a steal. Couldn't quite get it. McLaughlin tries a 3, and she's got it. So the USN's lead is the smallest it's been in the second half at only 6 points. Ella tries to answer. She can't do it. Rebound McLaughlin. Outlet is deflected by Brooke. McLaughlin has it back now. Bounce pass over to Sham. Here comes Sham. She gets around Sydney. Now Lopez has it. They get it to Sham. Kicks it out. Shot on the way. Way off. Too strong. Rebound Brooke. Sydney's free in the front court. Brooks pass arrives. Sydney's layup is good. 42-34. USN has the lead. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remain in regulation time. Oh, I got a hand on that one. They get it now into the corner. McLaughlin tries another 3. It hit the side of the backboard. No good. It's on the floor. McLaughlin came away with it. Lopez has it now. Lopez tries a 3. It's good. So DCA is firing up some 3s, and they've converted on 2 very quickly here in the fourth quarter. It's 42-37 USN. Sydney looks things over. Sydney gets it back. She puts it on the floor now. She's cut off by the zone defense. 3-pointer on the way from Kendall. Short. Brooke hustling into the corner. She has it. Gets it down to Charlotte. Charlotte shoots. It's blocked. Smith comes away with the basketball. Ella trying to steal it. The ball came loose and went to the floor, and I believe it's going to be a foul on Ella. Let's see. No, excuse me. Foul's on Brooke. Leah Payne checks into the ball game, replacing Charlotte Sigmund. Tigers line up horizontally on the foul line. The pass into Ella is deflected out of bounds. Tigers will keep it. They've got a 5-point lead, just under 6 minutes left in regulation time. Brooke to throw it in. She sets the offense into motion, lobs it to Kendall. Kendall gets it back to Brooke. She puts up a ball fake. Floater on the way, no good. Gets a rebound, and we've got, I believe, a child on the floor. So the officials stop play, and USN retains possession. They get it to Kendall. Kendall over to Sydney. Back to Kendall. Ella looking the post. Doesn't get it. Now Leah has it, and she's fouled. The foul is on Zapton. It was her fourth. Checking into the game now is Brianna Smith, replacing Zapton. So both Smith sisters are on the floor. USN's lead remains 5. We're down to 5:37 now. Kendall receives the inbounds pass. Tigers have poor spacing there on offense. Both Sydney and Ella posted up on the same block, seemed to be calling for it, and of course neither could receive a pass from there. But possession remains with USN as they labor to get a look here on the offensive end. It's Leah to throw it in. She gets it to Sydney. Sydney over to Leah. Ella looking to post. Leah instead takes the baseline. Now Ella has a turnaround left hand is good. Ella with a nice finish near the basket there. Tigers with a bit of a pressure now. Lopez with a long pass. It arrives to Smith. Smith tries to split the defenders, and she does. She attacks the lane, kicks it out to McGlasson. McGlasson for three. Way too strong, no good. Turning free is Sydney, but Lopez came over to take it away. She was lurking and was able to get a steal. Now Lopez picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Smith. Smith hands off to her sister. Drives left, now spins right, coming free, and laying it in with a shot. So USN's lead is again reduced to 5. 44-39. 4 minutes, 30 seconds now left in the fourth quarter. Sydney picks it all through, lets one go. Too strong, no good. The ball falls out of bounds, it's off Brooke. And the Wildcats have it back. They get it into Lopez. Lopez sprints up the right side, now hustles in toward the middle. Kicks it back out, left-handed shot on the way. No good. Sydney has the rebound, tries to step through, and she's tied up. Possession now points to USN. Charlotte checks back in, replacing Sydney. Sydney gets some applause from the Tigers section as Kendall walks it into the front court. They get it to McQueen in the high post, try to get it to Leah, but there's no lane there and the pass was stolen. They kick it out, three-pointer on the way from Smith, and it was good. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. USN leads 44-42, and Coach Jules calls for time. The Tiger lead was once as big as 13, but is now down to just 2 points. It's a 17-6 run for the Wildcats. And the Tigers need to do something to stop it. It'll be interesting to see whom the Tigers elect to target on offense. Will it be Ellen McQueen? The Wildcats have sunk into a zone defense in an effort to slow Ella down. That may mean that some of them need to make a shot from the outside. The Burgess sisters have been very effective from there, and they need to do it again. USN ball with a slim 2-point lead. Charlotte gets it to Leah. Leah puts it on the floor, picks it up. They get it over to Brooke. Brooke attacks the lane, gets free, and she's fouled. No, they say traveling. So DCA has it back, trailing by a single 2-point basket. Driving in the lane and kicking it out now. McGlasson for three in the lead. She's got it. DCA by 1. This has turned into a barn burner as all our games with DCA seem to do. Leah answers back on the other line. That gets the student section back into the game. USN by 1, 46-45. The crowd takes up a chain of defense. Smith finds Lopez in the back door. She gets it over to Smith. DCA is struggling to find an open player. They get it to Sham. Sham over to Lopez. Lopez tries a three. Just off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound and the putback is good. DCA by 1, 2 minutes 45 seconds left now. 47-46, Wildcats out in front. Kendall gets it to Book tries a three, short. Tigers have the offensive rebound surrounded. Leah has it, gets it over to Charlotte. Charlotte to Kendall. Leah now goes to the baseline, puts it up. Ooh, and she's fouled. That would have been a huge shot. She nearly got it to go down. Leah will shoot two. It is the 7th foul on DCA. So this was a shooting foul, but the Tigers will be in the bonus the rest of the way. First free throw is good. That ties the game at 47. Sydney checks in, replacing Charlotte. Three dribbles, shot on its way. It gets no roll. USN back in front by a single point. 2 minutes and 20 seconds now. Smith is stopped by Sydney. Now spins left. Hands off to Sean. Ella tries to tie up. It's a travel. Ella holds it. Great defense on the perimeter. And the Tigers now have the basketball with a 1-point lead. Brooke walks it up, sets the players into motion. Leah has it at the high post. They get it down low to Ella. Looks like she's strong. Sydney with a putback. USN by 3, 50-47. Hustling near to Leah Smith. Looking to cut her off with foot. And she does. It's deflected out of bounds, so the Wildcats keep it. They trail 50-47. 1 minute and 51 seconds left now. They lob it into Lopez. Lopez is free. Down low now is Zapton working against McLean. Zapton drives the baseline, passing the middle, deflected. But DCA comes away with it. Zapton kicks it out, three-pointer on the way from Smith. And it's good. The game is tied at 50. With a minute and a half to go. What a game it is here. All the students are on their feet now. Many of the adults as well. Passing on the high post is taken away. Brooke trying to steal it back, can't get it away from Lopez. Lopez triple teamed in the corner, she threw it too far. DCA saves it, and a timeout is called. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in regulation time, and it's a tie game at 50 apiece. What a game it is. Both teams once having had huge leads, but now the game is tied. DCA ran off to a huge early lead in the early going. 15-6, and they made every shot that could possibly be attempted. Then USN went on a tremendous run. They led by 13 at 38-25. DCA went on a great surge from there and found themselves briefly back out in front. USN, just a moment ago, had a 3-point lead, but the 3-pointer from Smith tied the score at 50, which is where we stand right now. 1 minute 9 seconds left in regulation time, and perhaps another 4 minutes after that. It is Wildcat basketball. They will have the first crack at breaking the 50 deadlock. Zapton gets it in, gets it back. Now Lopez has it. She's guarded by Kendall. Lopez gets over toward the middle. Smith has it. Working against McLean. Dribbles back out. Now Zapton has it with 50 seconds. They get it down low. Working against Leah is Sean. Leah with a block! What a block by Leah Payne! The Tigers have it. 45 seconds now. Bounce pass to Leah, and the Tigers call for time. Tremendous defensive play by Leah Payne. That may have saved the game. Shum had a great look from very close, but Leah got all ball. Tremendous block it was. USN basketball, 43.4 seconds remaining. In regulation time, the score remains 50-50. Coach Schuler's over in the huddle. was listening very closely to what she has to say. She's pointing very clearly to certain places on the floor. She knows just what she wants the Tigers to do. And we'll see if the Tigers are able to carry it out. It's certain that the play has been very precisely communicated. The instructions were very clear indeed, or at least they seemed that way from up here. Coach Jules acted them out with great animation. It's a tie game. It's USN basketball. Kendall has it. Clock running now with 40 seconds. Leah has it over on the right wing. They're looking to get it to McQueen. She's double teamed. Sydney has it. She tries a long two. It's no good. And there's a foul on the rebound, and it's going to be on Kendall. Wildcat basketball, 32.2 seconds. Let's see how they manage the last half minute here. Tigers showing pressure. Spinning through and receiving the inbound pass is Shaw. Now Smith has it. Going for a steal, Sydney, she has it. Big shot, no good. It's loose on the floor. It's going to be a foul on Sydney. She went over the back to try to get the rebound. Couldn't quite get a hand on it. It was a tremendous steal. She put up a quick bank shot and it was just short. The game remains tied. 23.3 seconds left. Tigers again in the pressure defense. What a game it's been. Smith to throw it in. Throws it into the corner. Struggling now. The pass is loose for a moment, but Smith has it. Clock now down to 14 seconds. Here comes Smith. Smith tries to get free and a foul is called. But the Tigers had a couple to give, so it's not a bad foul. 11.1 seconds left now and DCA calls for time. It has been a wild one, and it looks for the moment as if DCA will have the last shot. 5 team fouls now on USN, 7 on DCA. So the Tigers do have another foul to give, and it'll be interesting to see if they decide to give that foul or just play defense for the 11 seconds. The chants in this gymnasium are as loud as I can ever remember them. Great to see the support for the Tigers tonight. The girls have played a great game, but they'll need a great 11 seconds at least to come away with a win in this one. All 10 players take their place on the floor. Zapton to throw it in. McQueen playing defense. And they bounce it in to Shaw. She's guarded by Leah. Spins left. Gets it over to Smith. Ball's on the floor. It is tied up. And the possession arrow keeps it with the Wildcats. 3.2 seconds left in regulation now. And DCA uses their final timeout. We'll see if they can get up a shot here. They've got a chance to win it. 3.2 seconds left. First sworn sounds. 10 seconds left in this timeout. 30-second timeout. All players standing on the floor. It'll be Zapton to throw it in. Under the basket. And the great reach of Ellen McQueen is there to greet her. Zapton looks to throw it in. Gets it into McGlasson. A wild shot. Goes behind the backboard. And it's out of bounds. Regulation comes to a close, so good defense by USN there on the final possession. And we're going to overtime. The score, USN 50, DCA 50. A true 50-50 split all the way. The clock is restored to 4 minutes. We have a short break. Both teams receiving some instructions as we prepare for the overtime. And we'll see who has the better 4 minutes. Some more Tiger fans matriculate their way into the gymnasium. Tigers nodding on the bench as they receive Coach Jules' last thoughts. And the gym goes quiet. The tension is very great. It's been a fantastic game. A lot of swings, a lot of scoring, good shooting, good defense. And that's why we're all tied. It's McQuain, Charlotte Sigmund, Leah Payne, Kendall Burgess, and Sydney Neal to start the overtime for USN. And it's the starting 5 for DCA. Ella McQuain will jump it up against McGlasson. Tigers will go from left to right in the overtime. They tap it forward to Leah. Leah has it. Can she get the layup away? She does, and she scores. The first basket of the overtime belongs to USN. They're trying to get a steal on the press. They don't get it. Zapton comes through to get in the corner to McGlasson. She tries a 3. No good. Tigers have a rebound with Ella. She outlets to Kendall. Coach Jules wants them to settle it down. Kendall looks things over, gets it to Leah. Leah dribbles toward the center now. Over to the right side. Picks it up. Back to Charlotte. Sydney wants it in the middle, doesn't get it. Kendall on the left wing. Back to Leah. Leah puts it on the floor now. Over to Sydney. Tigers content to be very patient here. Down to 3 minutes, 10 seconds. They get it to Leah. She spins right. Zapton tries to tie her up from behind. The bounce pass went through the legs of Kendall and out of bounds. So the Tigers turn it over. Good defense from DCA. 3:05 left in the overtime. DCA trails by 2. They get it into Sham. Loose ball. It's free. A foul is called. Who is it on? It's on DCA, so this is going to be a 1-and-1. I couldn't see much of where the foul was. The ball came loose, and I think that Sham must have tried to get it from behind. She made too much contact with Charlotte, and Charlotte's at the line. Shooting 1 in the bonus. First is no good. Kendall had the rebound, but it slipped free and into the hands of Zapton. DCA with a bit of numbers now. They get it outside. Long 2 from McGlasson. No good. Rebound is loose. DCA appears to have it. Putback is no good, but there's a foul on Charlotte. Sean will shoot 2. Chance to tie it up. First is good. 52-51 USN. Second is off to the left, no good. McQuain had the rebound, and the outlet pass was deflected out of bounds. Ella a bit apologetic after that pass was deflected. She was accosted by it, both fans and coaches. Sydney now has it at the baseline. Ella wants it at the high post, trying to get herself free. Charlotte at the baseline, kicks it out to Sydney. Sydney for 3, no good. Rebound Zapton. They're trying to tie her up in the corner. They try to throw it off Sydney out of bounds, and they do. Good job by Zapton to retain possession. That was a close one. Tigers showing pressure again, but it's too late. Smith receives the inbounds pass. Trying to get free from Charlotte, she does. Ella comes over to help, bounce pass out to McLaughlin, but she traveled. The official rightly saw it. Who will get it? The official goes for it. He's got it! It would have been very shameful indeed if he had gone up for it and not gotten it at all. The fans would have booed him raucously, and rightly so. But he got it on the first try, to the delight of everyone present. Tigers lead by 1. Clock running with 2:08 left in the overtime. Charlotte gets it to Sydney at the baseline. She attacks the baseline. Bank shot. Spins out. No good. Charlotte throws it up. It's no good. Leah has it now. And she lost it, but there was a foul. She was fouled. The DCA fans were irate at the call, but to no avail. Foul's on Shaw. And it is the 9th on the Wildcats. The 4th on Shaw. 1:54 left in the overtime. Leah with a chance to pad the narrowest of leads. She does. Tigers by a pair now. Their lead has just recently doubled from 1 to 2. Rebound. Free throw is no good, excuse me, zapped into the rebound. Sham tries to get to the left sideline, she does. Spins back to the middle, tries to get into the lane. Kendall got a little bit of the body on her, and that's a foul. And that is the 7th on USN, so that'll send Sham to the line for 1 and 1. The foul is Kendall's 3rd. 1:46 left in the overtime. Is good. Sham has a chance to tie it up. 3 low dribbles, a semi-spin. It rattles out. Ella goes high for the rebound. Looks outlet, she does. Leah has it. Tigers lead is a single point. Under 100 seconds now. Kendall very patient. She's in no hurry. DCA will have to come out and play defense, and they do. Charlotte has it over toward the corner, gets it back out to Leah. Leah settles things down. Back now to Kendall. Leah takes a few steps back and catches another pass. They lob it to Charlotte. Charlotte has it, they get it back out. Tigers trying to squeeze time out of this clock with a 1-point lead. We're down now to a minute. Kendall has it on the Tigers' paw. Leah calls for it and has it. Gives it back to Kendall. Sydney now on the wing. She retreats, gets it to Kendall. Tigers very content to take their time. 40 seconds now. And the Tigers call timeout with 39 seconds left in the overtime. So the Tigers ran off a good minute of time. Their lead is just 1. And that may be enough to win it. They're going to try to make this possession the last possession of the game. But at some point, the Wildcats will have to foul. That would send the Tigers to the line for 2 shots, being then in the double bonus. Did a good job exchanging low-risk passes on that previous possession. And that allowed them to run off the full minute. And we'll see if that plays to their advantage. Certainly, the odds are in their favor. But certainly no one would say that the result of this contest is a certain one. Both teams break their respective huddles. It'll be Leah to throw it in with 39 seconds exactly remaining in the overtime. She receives the ball from the official. They lob it to Ella. Passes deflected and stolen. Tyler shot for a steal. They don't get one. Hustling forward now is Sean. She hands it off to Zapkin. Zapkin into the lane, kicks it out to Lopez. Lopez for three. It's short. Rebound Sean. She's fouled. Seemed like Leah wanted Kendall to flash into the backcourt, but she didn't do it. And I think that's what forced a high pass to McLean, which seemed not to be the first option. And it led to a steal. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good, and the game is tied at 53. 23.4 seconds remaining in the overtime. Can Sean manage to give the Wildcats the lead? She does not. Leah has the rebound. Will the Tigers play for the last shot? Please play for the last shot. Kendall gets it to Leah with 14. Down now to 10. Leah to the foul line. She attacks, picks it up. She's swarmed. Charlotte has it over to Ella. Ella with a backdoor pass. Ella gets it back with 2. Can she get it up? She can't. The first overtime comes to a close, and we'll play another. 3 points aside in the first overtime. Coach Shule is doing her best work right now, keeping Ellen McQueen focused in this game. Ella felt she was fouled on that last play, didn't get a call. So she gets a bit of a drink. 4 more minutes placed on the clock. It has been a wild one, but a great one. No place you'd rather be in Sterling Gymnasium, but the second best place you can be is at home following this broadcast, and we certainly thank all of you who have been with us all the way. Fantastic game. Some of the student section takes a seat for a short while to get a bit of a break, a bit of energy back to stand up for these next 4 minutes. So we'll have another jump ball. It's Ella McQueen and McGlasson jumping it up for the third time this evening. They toss it up, and the Tigers control the opening tip. Pass is stolen by Zapkin. Zapkin attacks 1-on-3, settles it down instead. Lopez with the ball, 28 feet away. 3-pointer for McGlasson, no good, high rebound. Leah Payne comes in and gets it. Great job by Leah to get that rebound. That looked like DCA had a chance at it. 3.5 now, left in overtime number 2. Sydney settles it down. Ella McQueen comes to the high post, calling for the basketball. Kendall has it now, dribbles over to the right side, looking for an opening in the zone. Gets it to Sydney. Leah gets to the high post, she has it now. Comes free, shot is up. Face shot no good. It goes out of bounds and the Tigers will keep it. It's off Smith. Coach Shields didn't like it. Inbounds pass is gathered by Kendall, just inside the 3-point line. Leah gets it back. Down low to Ella. She spins left and is free. Her shot is short. Leah on the rebound. The putback is good. Huge basket for USN. 1 minute into the overtime. Putting back into Leah's Lopez. Looking to answer all the Wildcats. They trail by 2. Answer pass is deflected by Charlotte. DCA thought they needed to save it. They did not. They have it now as active. And a bench warning is given to USN. official, I believe, was mistaken. He thought an assistant coach stood up, but it was a fan. Great block from behind by McLean. Preventing a layup that would have tied the game by Shaw. 2:22 left in overtime, number 2. Leah gets to the baseline, settles down, kicks it out to Sydney. Sydney with a long 2. Banks off, no good. Leah fighting for the rebound. She's on the floor, and we've got a foul. Foul, I believe, will be on Zapton, and it will be her third. Oh, excuse me, her fifth. So, Zapton is disqualified with the 5th foul. Leah will shoot 2, and the Tigers could have a 2-possession lead if she can convert both. Leah steps in. 3 dribbles, sets it, lets it go, spins out just to the right, no good. She has it back now. Can she stretch the Tiger lead to 3? She does. Going for a steal with Kendall. She got a hand on it, but knocked it out of bounds. Wildcats still have it. They trail by 3, 2:11 left in overtime, number 2. Lopez sprints up the right side. Charlotte tries to cut her off, but Lopez gets around her. Bounce pass into the lane. Smith. Her pass is deflected. The Tigers can lead it. Leah's fouled from behind. We go to the other end. The Tigers will shoot 2. Just under 2 minutes left in the second overtime. USN's lead is 4 points, and it's all Leah Payne scoring here in the second overtime. USN by 4. The second is good as well. USN's lead by 5. Here comes Smith at the left side. Sydney hustles to get back into position. Nearly trapped in the corner with Smith, but she was fouled by McQueen. That is the 9th team foul on USN, so it's going to be 1 in the bonus for Smith. Scoreboard showing 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the second overtime. Left-handed free throw is no good. Leah fights for the rebound. And they're going to say she traveled. The rebound was hotly contested. But as she wrestled it away, she took too many steps without a dribble. They so say the officials, to the chagrin of the Tiger fans. Student section lets the official know they don't care for the call. The foul is called on Sydney. And it's not a terribly good call in my opinion. She stood perfectly still and straight up. The foul is called. This is good. So the USN lead shrivels to 4 points. Several short dribbles, a couple of spins, and a jumper. And the free throw is really good. The rebound is loose. Hessing through the shot, she threw it toward the backcourt. A smart decision, but no one's there to go. Here goes for steal, she's got it. Trying to shoot free from Smith. Her shot is a wild one and it's no good. And Smith committed a foul. Great job by Leah to get the steal there. Down to 1 minute 36 now. The foul is the third on Bailey Smith. The first free throw is as pure as could be. USN's lead back to 5, 59-54. press. Great job, they have it cut off. They throw it back now to Sean. Sean trying to get over it before the 10-second count. She does. They kick it out. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Leah with another rebound. She outlets to Kendall. 1 minute 15. Kendall receiving instructions. Gets it to Charlotte. Charlotte down low to Sydney. Sydney with one dribble. Puts it up and in. The Tigers starting to pull away. Their lead is 8. We're down to a minute now. It's a turnover. Kendall took a little bit off a loose dribble, and there's a foul in the backcourt. It's been a tremendous game of basketball. You certainly feel bad for the Wildcats. You would hate to lose a game by 8 to 10 points when you send it twice to overtime. But in the game of basketball, someone has to win and someone has to lose. But both teams played well enough tonight to win. Kendall at the line, shooting 2. First is good. 63-54 in favor of USN. Second is just off. Rebound with Glasson. It's tied up. Possession will keep it with the Wildcats. Bring it in to Smith. Gets it to Lopez. They try to trap her, and I think we have a timeout. DCA calls for time. 54.1 left in the second overtime. USN has stretched their lead to 9 points, 63-54. Maybe a full timeout, and we'll get a little more entertainment from the beloved cheerleaders section. The student section attempts to duplicate the cheers of the cheerleaders, but with at best limited success. Some things are best left to the professionals, or at least those who have everyday practice. DCA to throw it in. Just under a minute left in the second overtime. They get it forward to Lopez. Lopez launches a 3. No good. Lopez gets her own rebound. DCA is trying to check up some threes. They know it's a steal by McClain. The pass is too strong. It's high in the air. Sydney has it. She grabs on. She was clearly fouled from behind. No call. Charlotte down now to 32 seconds. They throw out to Leah, and it looks like the Wildcats may be content not to foul. Now they do foul. 24.9 left in the second overtime with a 9-point margin. One starts to get the sense that the lead is a secure one. And that lead is now 10. 11 points to 1 here in the second overtime for USN. Make it 12. Tigers contesting the throw-in. They do get it in now. Just need to make sure not to foul. Let the clock run and be in your favor. Grab it to McGlasson. McGlasson tries a 3. It was good. Timeout DCA. The USN lead is 8 points, 12.8 seconds left, 65-57 is the score. The USN boys basketball team anxiously awaiting the start of their game in the home doorway, as are the DCA boys. But those boys have been treated to one of the greatest games we've seen in a long time. Wild swings, great runs by both teams. All the overtimes you could ever want. And if you're a Tiger fan, and we certainly hope you are, the scoreboard for the moment indicates that the game is going to have a happy outcome. USN to throw it in, 12.8 seconds left. It's Kendall to throw it in. Kendall looking to get it into Charlotte. Charlotte has it back to Kendall. Clock running with 9 seconds. It's deflected out of bounds. 7.5 left now. Kendall to throw it in. Looking at Leah. High pass. Leah has it. Back to Kendall with 5 seconds. 2 seconds. And that will do it. The crowd comes to their feet in joyous elation. And the ladies all have huge smiles on their faces after a great and gritty win tonight. Congratulations to them on a tremendous win. We loved it. Thanks for the entertainment. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the last Paris game. See you then.
Vampire, huh? Oh, man. I thought there for a second,
No, we quick to let it blow for any reason. Sit down, you don't post up on your proposal ring. I'ma leave you with what I came here for, not what you say. You know I'm take it down, I'm good at what I know. Walk in with a stock on double, pretty wrist up in my hands. And we ain't coming for the loose, we want it all. So we need it, I'm so simple, they got a free thing. I don't know what it means. You push your head, I'm on the right thing. I ain't got nothing but a double, I'm black card, if it's all my magic. I just want it, be the bag, it's just a thing. Drugs, cause I need it. So I could be calm instead of dangerous when you see me. No, we quickly let it blow for any reason. Time you don't post up on your proposal lane. come to play a team, snapping off the rip. Don't say I'm a favorite. Pride on what it's your favorite. Mama take a picture. I'm the type of baby that's gonna put the baby see. I did shit, put up laughing on the hate nigga. I'm niggas still ain't up fast, I only rapping up and never put it 40 out of bed. I have an angel with it. I'm trying to book it through a show. You gotta pay me before I go and feed the family. I ain't got no time to play with what you see. I see them think it's tough to play with me. You know it's up. You think it's sweet to come my bluff and I'm just spanking me. Yeah, so whoever they are, I ain't with. I'm a dying bull, they never hide. Work on that. Keep the drive by. Yeah, with me, shit, my shit out. Free my cousin, take it free. I'm the mother best, I'm like Cali, we the best. She like how I be dressed in the sun. They put her, she messy, that's her ass. Oh no, tell her I'm blue, it's for them. God, it's all we better ask what we about. You gotta sign, you play with me, son. You know I ain't come to play this TV, I'm snapping off the rip. Don't say I'm a favorite. Pride on what it's your favorite. Mama take a picture. Cause I'm the type of baby that's gon' fuck the baby. See that I can get shit, put up laughing on the hate. See me, they got fast, I'm only rubbing up and never put it 40 out of bed. I have an angel with it. So whoever they are, I ain't with it. Shawty want to find them dollars. Said she ain't no California, ain't no ball. You gotta put up all the damn pain and earth. I'm just in my sauce, got what you gang up on. Squeeze, the fly, and they go back. She got feet, she fly, she's a land. I'm on me, I get high, she on that. I get flames, I got fees, she been the text, I know that, I didn't get possible. I read the defense, then I had called her audible. Switch to like a seed, now you better make crawling in. Set up my beach, then I had to go hard to get. Then smart, I'm up on it. I'm ready to mob it. That's why I'm going hard. My head above the water, till I'm sharp fish. Better not say, I'm a Clark kid. I'm a fox thing. You know I ain't come to play the TV, I'm snapping off the rip. Don't say I'm a favorite. Pride on what it's your favorite. Mama take a picture. Cause I'm the type of baby that's gon' fuck the baby. See that I can get shit, put up laughing on the hate. Niggas see me, they got fast, I'm only rapping, never put it 40 out of bed. I have an angel with it. So whoever they are, I ain't with it.
You want me to take my time with you? Maybe I'm not your speed. Maybe I'm not your lead. You ain't got no cheese. Maybe I'm just too G for it. Maybe I'm just too street. I think I'm wrong with you. I can know speed. I think I'm sleep. I'm rolling on the bed. I'm on my knees like Jesus did. You don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got Jesus did? What do you mean? She got a lot of till the black sea. She gon' rise to me. In this other nigga love you, say you got me. And I'm gonna tell you got me. You said that you gon' lie. Say you got me. Say you gon' got me. Watch me show me that I love you, say you got me. You want to try me. You got me. I'm just in my flow, baby, I'm sick of doors, baby, I'm sick of check up, we need to run no check up, I mean, no, you get no catch up, I mean, no, you can't catch up, hey, to the face down with a jumper, hey, you don't wanna love from me, but me, my shit I need. You want me to take my time with you, maybe I'm not your speed, maybe I'm not your lead, you ain't got no cheese, maybe I'm just too G for it, maybe I'm just too street. I can be wrong with you, maybe I know it's me, I just want to see, I'm rolling on the beam, I'm on my knees like Jesus did. You don't believe in Jesus, why you got Jesus did? I believe in you, she got a lot of me, till the black sea, she gon' rise to me, in this other nigga love you, say you got me, then I'll know it till you got me, said that you gon' lie. I'm too good for fiction, I ain't gon' fuck with you, cause I can see it eat 'em. I'm like, told them while I beat 'em, one day I know for that got my daddy, couldn't believe it. I have a new your boat, and you never that, said that it don't prepare it. Tell them about my shoulder, what's what it do, yo, I'm what that video, you know, million bad niggas, I need it. Want me to take my time with you, maybe I'm not your speed. Maybe I'm not for league. You ain't got no cheese. Maybe I'm just too G for it. Maybe I'm just too street. I feel on the beat. Everybody knows me. I feel on the scene. Rolling on the beam. Getting out on my knees like Jesus King. You don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got Jesus King? But she got a lot of money. You know how to see. She gon' ride for me. You got someone in the love you say you got me. They don't know the thing you got me. You said that you gon' ride for me. Keep on my life, you drive me on the sun. 26, 45 slide. You can try to cut my leg on the bush of mine. Baby girl, I need that fan, cause I put that fan, they get shot. Please let it come on my land, see what I got. This shit I got on the fashion, springing like a lighthouse. I want to do it all, trying to figure the way. I ain't with that talking, you like now. So I try to, I told her, hey, you still ready to get your I said it's funny, it don't cost me that much. She said, why you feel like you're not ready to just ride? Cause the day I put it down, be the day I'm out of love. Give me a recipe to give you the best thing I can do, baby, put a headphone. I can't, just need to get you cause the man she with the call. I put a charge down, load the key. Don't come approach these folks, the way they're all 200,000 in the bag of E. 490 is the last thing I should marry. Still be dissing me like so. They ain't even love me. Baby girl, I need that fan, cause I'm hot dog. Do that plan, they get shot down. Please let it come on my list, see what I do with your car, cause I like it. I said this money ain't no cost that much. Until the sex way outside. Carry some love. Keep up my life. Drive me on the sun. Quarter to the sex way outside. Try to come and let it go and push your button. Chop, stop, minute, blah, blah. Baby, girl, I need that thing, cause I'm hot now. We got it all
Just joining us for tonight's boys basketball game, we're pleased to welcome the Harrison Christian Academy Wildcats to the University School of Nashville. This game is being played according to the rules of the NCAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players, spectators. Please help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. And now the starting lineup. First, for Dawson Christian Academy, number 4, Parker Howard. Number 20, Ben Seager. Number 22, Riley Stinson. Number 24, Junior Carmen. And number 4, Anderson. And now the starting lineup for USN. And sophomore guard number 2, Adrian. And sophomore guard number 3, Sheila. And sophomore guard number 12, USN. And sophomore guard number 13,
Welcome back, everybody, to Sperling for the second half of tonight's doubleheader. And if it's half as good as the first half, we're in for a great night. University School, again, taking on the Wildcats for DCA. Tigers are in the all-white uniforms, Columbia blue trim, Columbia blue lettering. DCA in the all-black with royal blue lettering. It'll be Adam Miller to jump it up for USN against Carmen for DCA. Very pleased to be joined in the booth this evening by Hallie Greenbaum. Hallie, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me, Dr. Fitz.
Give it to him. Tigers win the opening tip. Adam Miller launches a 3. Just off the mark, no good. Rebound Stanton, he outlets to Singer. Singer handling the point guard duties. He's graded at half court by Stretchy. Stanton gets it over now to Howe. He's guarded by Samuels. He attacks the baseline, comes free, layup, too strong, no good. Rebound to Russ. He looks to outlet, it's poked away from behind, but he regains possession and gets it to Josh. Josh fires it up to the left to Adam. He tries another 3. He's got this one. So USN is first Tanner the scoring. Their lead is 3-0. Stretching defending, and it's off the foot of Singer. It goes out of bounds, and it's USN ball. Good start thus far for USN, 1 for 2 shooting. And they force some turnovers on the other end. Stretching crosses over from right to left, gets it to Russ. He passes on a 3, gets into the lane, right-hand layup, just off, no good. Rebound Howell. Howell pushes forward, gets it to Stanton. He attacks the goal. Graydon came in a bit too late. So it's a blocking foul on Graydon. And Stanton will go to the line to shoot 2. Student section doing their part to try to create a miss, but they can't do it. We need some of the arrhythmic stomping that the cheerleaders are so good at, Howard.
Well, it depends on the day. Definitely gets off sometimes, but it seems to distract the players, and the student section does love it.
2 for 2 for the Wildcats. They have reduced the deficit to 1. Samuels gets it over to Josh. Josh is guarded by Singer. Kick out to Russ. Russ with an open 3. Decided not to take it. Adam tries another one. It's good. So Adam Miller, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line thus far. Tigers lead is 4.
He's had a lot of those this season. They've become pretty strong for some of the Tigers wins and some of the Tiger close losses. Been cool to see.
He made a game-winning three-pointer, although I forget who we were playing. It was on the road. Do you remember?
I was there, but I don't remember what game it was, but it was impressive to watch. It was the game right after like a pretty close loss in overtime, and I know he was glad to redeem himself there.
They lob it in, gets over Graydon. Nice entry pass, but Graydon blocked it from behind. Adam Miller comes away with it. He pushes the other way. Tigers playing with quick tempo. Samuels for three. Off to the left, no good. Rebound Howell. Howell brings it up the right side slowly. Crosses over against Adrian. Kicks it back out to Singer. Singer calls for a screen. Doesn't use one. Pull up from 12 feet is short. Getting the rebound. I can't tell who it is from here. It's Stanton. Now Carmen has it. Anderson looks to post. Can't get free. Now up the left side. Bounce pass down to Anderson working against Rush. Jump hook is short. Adam Miller goes away with it. Josh sprinting forward up the right side. Gets now into the lane. Ball's loose on the floor. Diving forward to the Wildcats. They can't get it. Graydon's on the floor. They're on top of it. Graydon got sandwiched between a couple of Wildcats there. So at last the jump ball is called. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first quarter. USN has a 4-point lead, 6-2.
Bobby Lowe just entered the game for Adrian Samuels.
Great to see the development of Bobby Lowe. Last year he was pretty much a JV player, although a very good JV player and a fine shooter. And now he's been a really valuable part of the varsity team here in 2019-2020. Anderson gets a rebound, pick up a putback throw. Adam Miller rushes it away. Nice job securing that rebound. He surveys the floor, fires it forward to Josh. Josh dribbles behind his back, gets to the foul line. Kicks it out to Russ. Russ puts it on the floor, gets the elbow. Graydon's free down low. Turnaround, no good. Stretching the rebound, he puts it back up and in. Crowd loves the second chance points for USN. Their lead increases to 6. Singer drives right. Gets around Graydon. Floater is no good. Adam Miller with another good rebound. Singer tries to tie him up. And I believe he did. But the possession arrow points toward the Tigers. Jack Kleiner checks in for Graydon. Tigers a little bit shorthanded at the post position with Graham Elliott still nursing a knee injury. Stretchin has it on the right wing, gets it over to Adam. Adam to Josh. Josh puts it on the floor. Oh, that was quick. Real quickness there from Josh. He laid it in and the Tigers now out in front 10-2. Walking it up is Singer. Puts it over to Carmen. Hal now. They're trying to get it down low to Carmen. He's got free. Got free from Adam and laid it in. 10-4 halfway through the first quarter. They get it down low to Kleiner. His jump hook is too strong. DCA has it back. Driving into the lane and kicking it out now. Anderson attacks the baseline, puts it up. Top was in. So it's 4 unanswered now for DCA. They're trying to cut into the USN lead, which was once 8, now is 4. Bobby gets it over to Russ. Bobby gets it back through the lane. Great pass to Kleiner. Came off to the left, no good. He gets another rebound. 2 consecutive now. Russ tries a 3. Off to the right, no good. There's a foul on the rebound. Going to be on DCA. Foul's on Carmen. First foul of the night on the Wildcats. It's Russ to throw it in. He sets the players in position. And I think we've got a moving screen on Jack. Yes, indeed. So the Wildcats have it back as Wood Spesser tosses off the warm-up and heads to the scorer's table. It's Singer again. Gets to the elbow, kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way from Hal. Good. Coach Jones calls for time, and he is irate. 7 points in a row for the Wildcats, and what was once a 10-2 USN lead is now down to 10-9. Howie, what's changed here in the last couple minutes?
Well, definitely once they took out Graydon, there wasn't the height that was there to just grab it. But also, now, definitely DCA has realized like that with that lead, it motivated them to go. And they were able to just kind of use the ball and make sure that they were going out and utilizing their best abilities. But now I also think that because of that, the Tigers have gotten like angry too about that. And because of that, like sloppiness does come out, especially with players when they have really good ball handling skills and are really fast. And just kind of trips them up a little bit.
Yeah, the Wildcats have proven to be a very tough opponent indeed. Not going away when they found that early 8-point deficit. And just as you said, Howie, the Tigers are sure to be a little bit frustrated by this Wildcat run, and we'll see how they respond if they can do something to get themselves back in this game.
Woods just went in for Jack, who had the foul for the night, and he definitely is an aggressive player, and I'm sure Coach Jones does want to make sure he can stay in because he is a weapon for this team.
Agreed. Josh walks it up, gets it to Adam. He scored the first 6 tonight for the Tigers. Drops it off to Russ. Over to Josh now. They come over to help. It's after he got around Singer. Adams' three-pointer is short. Russ has the rebound. Finds Josh underneath. He's fouled by Singer. Singer looks to have his hands full with Josh stretching tonight. And the Wildcats are helping on defense at every opportunity, but that's freeing up some other Tigers for good looks, and they'll need to do their part. And they have thus far. But that'll certainly need to continue. Stretching finds himself free, attacks the baseline, kicks it out to Bobby on the other side. Bobby low for 3, got it! So the Tiger lead is a bit more secure now at 4 points. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Attacking the baseline, blocked by Woods out of bounds.
It's also been really cool to see Woods develop into the player he is. It's also like Bobby being on JV the past 2 years and now stepping into a varsity role. And he's definitely become definitely the height for the Tigers, but also a good player on defense that's very reliable.
That was a tremendous defensive effort right there. Textbook blocking, went straight up in the air, elevated beautifully, swatted it out of bounds. Here come the Wildcats into the half-court set. Carmen gets it to Singer. Singer over to Anderson. Anderson goes to the baseline. Bobby Lowe cuts him off. Skip pass to the opposite side to Carmen. Into the corner now. Howell tries a 3. Good. So the Wildcats answer right back.
That's Howell's second 3 from that point, right? That exact point. And they look like good shots, so that should be something the Tigers should probably keep in mind.
Gotta keep notice of the other team's tendencies to try to take them away. We'll see what adjustments the Tigers make. It's another foul on Singer. I believe that's not his fault. It's the second foul on Singer in the first quarter. So we'll see if the Wildcats go to the bench or if Singer remains in the game. For now, he remains in the game. But it's a defensive switch of assignments now as we see Stanton guarding Josh Stretcher. Josh tries to get free. He kicks it out to Bobby. Bobby drops it to Russ. Over to Adam Miller. Adam takes the pass, puts it on the floor. Nearly got tied up, but got it back. Josh thinks about a 3. Now steps back. He tries a 3 off to the left. No good. Very difficult shot stepping back like that, but he got his rebound. Passed it behind his head to Woods for a spectacular layup. What a pass by Josh Stretcher. Tigers by 3, 15-12. Howell has it now. Pass to the opposite end. 3-pointer on the way for Carmen. Short. Bobby fighting for the rebound. He's got it. Howell to Josh. Tigers pushing now. The pass. Both Russ and Woods each thought it was for the other and neither got it. So the Wildcats have it back now with Singer working against Bobby. Picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Howell. Howell's free. Nearly travel. Losing the handle now. Works the baseline. Threw it out of bounds. He deflected it. It's off the Tigers. So DCA keeps possession. As the cheerleader sprints into the corner to get the ball, it is Ella Oswald, I believe. Great hustle by Ella. We would expect no less. How do the cheerleaders feel, Howie, when a ball comes into their section? What's the reaction?
Depends on the girl. Some people get competitive about touching the ball and throwing it back to the refs, while others will kind of run away from it. But it's definitely an interesting thought. And with that, number 2, Charlton enters the game for number 20, Singer.
Singer with the 2 fouls. They're trying to preserve him. 3-pointer on the way from Howell again. Too strong. Rebound to Parker.
Someone else is up too.
Here's Charlton now. Down with 9 seconds. They're playing for the last shot. Bobby Lowe's defending it. A high double screen coming. Charlton, they switch it. Adam Miller playing good defense down to 2 seconds. He's not going to get a shot up. The first quarter comes to an end. Great defensive possession for the Tigers there to close out the first quarter. Your score through 8 minutes of basketball, USN 15, DCA 12. Good first quarter for the Tigers, Hallie, but this one's far from over.
For sure. And with this score, we can assume that DCA is just going to come back even harder at the start of the second quarter. So they don't want to lose this game.
It was my first year at USN 2011-12, and we played DCA in the state championship game.
With Ross Welch leading the team who had come from DCA and said, I switched to USN, they have a better basketball program, and with that, they lost to DCA in the finals. Heartbreaking game.
You know the story very well. You were probably like 7 years old at the time.
Yeah.
It was my first, and I was much younger myself. It was a great game, but the point is that the games between the USN Tigers and DCA Wildcats have always been good, and one thing you can always count on with DCA is that they have a simple half-court offense that they execute very well, and they play hard for all 32 minutes. And so I'm sure we'll see that tonight. Tonight will be no exception.
You can also count on their cheerleaders for being very, very active with their fans and always making sure they can run out. It's kind of interesting to watch both teams run out in either half, have a little bit of a cheer off without any real competitiveness, just both being there, both cheering, and seeing what fans can get the rowdiest from them.
Attacking is Carmen. He kicks it back out to Charlton. Charlton took 11 steps. There has to be travel. But the official says no. Instead, he counts the basket and calls a foul.
And freshman Quinn comes in for Adam Miller. It's been cool to see Quinn play as a freshman. He's definitely had a lot of playing time, more than some of the older players. And it'll just be great to see what his skills develop into the future.
Charlton tries to complete the three-point play and does. That ties the score at 15. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half. Stretchen walks it up the left side. Working against Howell now. Petty attacks, kicks it back out. Quinn shuttles it over to Bobby. Bobby tries another three, just off, no good. Quinn has the rebound. Gets it to Russ. Russ now with a three. He's got it! So USN restores their three-point lead, 18-15. Bobby Lowe gives Charlton at half court. Charlton crosses over to the right, gets free, fakes a pass. One-hander's good. Nice little quick there. And finish from Charlton. Here comes USN back the other way. Stretchen drops it to Russ. Russ attacks the lane. Trying to get it to Green. It came to Josh instead. He scores. USN answers back, and the pace of play is quickening now. USN with a three-point lead. 6:45 left in the second quarter. Charlton handling the point guard duties for the moment. The Singer out of the game. Braden's got a steal. The nimble Braden Frank reaches in and takes it away. Bobby Lowe has it top of the circle, gets it to Russ. Over to Quinn. Into the corner now to Bobby Lowe. Braden looking to post. They can't get it to him. Josh still looking at it. Now Josh gets in the lane. He kicks it out to Russ. Russ with a wide open three. Good roll. He gets the bounce. The bench loves it. And the Tiger lead is 6, 23-17. As we reach now the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Driving is Charlton. Shot no good. Rebound is deflected over to Bobby. Bobby pushing the other way. High pass to Russ. They get it down low to Braden. Can he finish? Ooh, he could not, but he was fouled. Tigers playing quickly now, and it certainly seems to be to their advantage. They're taking advantage of the Wildcats' inability to get set on defense. And that's led to some free players like Braden was on that last possession. Singer quickly up and back to the bench. A bit of a gamble here by DCA. The Singer having 2 fouls already.
And stand back in as well. Stand back in as well for Charlton and Anderson.
For USN, we've got Adam Miller and Adrian Samuels checking in as well. Big banks in the free throw. That shouldn't even count, but it does. Tigers by 7. 24-17. Singer over to Carmen. Carmen attacks. Graydon with nice defense. He went straight up. Adam Miller has the rebound. Quick outlet to Josh. Tigers hustling back the other way. He gets into the lane, and we've got a foul. I think we got a moving screen, if I heard the official correctly, on Graydon. So, Coach Jones asking for an explanation. He didn't care for it. Second foul on Graydon. And as we said earlier, Tigers are a little bit thin, not terribly thin at the post position. Attacking is Singer, and he lays it in. That was a little too easy, and the Tiger coaching staff didn't care for it. Miller attacks the lane. He puts up a one-hander, and he's got it. He's back to 7. Singer gets it over now to Stanton. Stanton drops it off to Howell. Working against Quinn, gets around and bounce pass down low to Anderson. Anderson puts it up short, no good. It's deflected out of bounds, and it's USN basketball. Quinn looking to throw it in. Josh receives it, along with some instructions from Coach Jones. And he gets it forward to Adrian. Graydon comes free. Adrian puts up a floating left-hander, no good. Rebound Singer. Here comes Singer the other way. Singer into the lane, kicks it back out. Now driving, and putting up a one-hander with Stanton. He can't get it to go. And I'm not sure what the call was there. I think that a Wildcat player touched the ball while standing on the baseline. So that's out of bounds, and therefore it's USN basketball. 4:31 left in the first half. USN by 7. Wildcats in his own defense. Switching all the way. He lays it in. He just seems to get better every game.
For sure. His ball handling skills are very good, and his speed is unstoppable.
Putting it on the floor and kicking it out now is Stanton. We're going to get a foul on Adrian. That sends Russ Petty back into the game. Adrian has 2 fouls. Stanton to throw it in for the Wildcats as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter. USN enjoys currently a 9-point lead. Stanton will try it again after the kick ball. He gets it in. Singer has it. Singer to Howell. They're looking to post up Anderson. Bit of a clutter down low in the post. It's deflected by Allen out of bounds. Wildcats keep it. Lobbed in from Howell to Singer. Shot came up short. It's deflected out of bounds. Appeared to be off USN, and it was indeed. So the Wildcats retained possession, trailing by 9. Howell to throw it in. Fires it into the backcourt. Stanton has it. Bounces it over to Singer. And the Wildcats reset the half-court offense. Russ playing defense all the way out to the half-court stripe. Working on trying to get a 5 count. Can't quite get one. Singer into the corner to Howell. Moving screen, I believe. Whistle sounded before the shot went into the air. The foul's on Anderson. Must have been a moving screen.
That's lucky because that was another 3-pointer for Howell from the same spot. And if that continues, it'll be a dangerous play for the Tigers.
Howell's been deadly from the corner tonight. Adam tries another 3. Too strong, no good. Graydon fights for the rebound, but Singer comes away with it. Singer picks up the dribble, drops it off to Hal. Hal with a bounce pass into the corner to Carmen. Carmen gives it back to Hal. Stanton working against Miller. Gets it to Singer. Singer with a skip pass to Hal, opposite end. Hal fakes the pass, puts it on the floor, gets it to Carmen in the corner. Carmen tries a three. No good. Graydon tried to tap the rebound and he did. Looked like Stanton had the rebound for a moment, but Graydon was able to tie him up after he tried to put up a shot. And the possession arrow favors USN this time around. Graydon's had a fine first half here, and the Tigers lead swells to 11 points. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer on the way from the corner is good. Stanton with a nice answer for DCA, and Coach Jones calls for time, and he doesn't care for that either. He knows, as Hallie said, that the Wildcats like to shoot those threes from the corner, and they've made at least 3 thus far tonight. So we got to get out there on defense. Second timeout, so everyone's on their feet. Tigers have played well, but still certainly some things that the Tigers can improve upon. And Coach Jones delivers those instructions over in the huddle. Still amazing.
It's too bad Gabby White's not here because her tumbling's always super impressive, and it would definitely give the DCA cheerleaders a run for their money.
Russ kicks it out to Josh. Josh over to Quinn. Russ gets it back on the right wing. High screen comes from Graydon. Russ passes on it. Gives it back to Josh. Josh tries a three, but they're going to say that he traveled before. So the Tigers turn it over. Their lead is now 8 points, 30-22. DCA looking to cut into it once more. Singer walks it up. Josh picks him up at the three-point line. We've got another moving screen. So it's another turnover for DCA, and that's been their biggest issue thus far tonight. And offensive fouls are the worst kind of turnover because they can end up getting you out of the game if you have too many. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first half. Scretchen brings it up with the left hand. Kicks it out to Adam. Adam thinks about it. Dribbles to the right. Gets into the middle. Gets over to Russ. Russ gets it back to Adam. Over to Quinn. Quinn to Josh. Josh puts it on the floor. Attacks. Spins back out. Over to Russ. Josh gets it back. Open three-pointer on the way. He's got it. So USN's lead back to 11, 33-22. Howell has it. 30 feet away. Singer cuts through the lane but doesn't get a pass. Tigers switch in his own defense. Stanton has it. DCA being very patient, as are the Tigers. They've got the 11-point lead, so no need for the Tigers to pressure anything. 1 minute now left in the half. Driving is Howell. Against Quinn, passes deflected, Russ has it. He gets it to Adam in the middle. Quickly ahead to Josh. Graydon looks to seal off. He does. Josh scores, and the Tiger lead is 13. Singer over to Howell. They get it into the corner. Adam pokes it away from Stanton. Stanton gets it back, gets it up to the top of the circle to Singer.
Howell's in his spot. Right. Josh has the ball.
Stealed from Josh. He rolls it in. Tremendous first half from Josh Scretchen. The Tigers lead is 15. We're down now to 15 seconds. DCA calls out the offense now with 7 seconds. Singer wants an isolation now with 5. He should be careful what he wishes for. He's got it. He attacks the lane. Layup with the right hand is just off. No good. He had a good look at it, but couldn't get it to go down. And a very strong first half for the USN Tigers comes to a close. Their lead is 15 points, 37-22 over DCA. Hallie, any final thoughts on the first half?
No, but I do know that with this deficit for the Wildcats, this second half is
I'm the Bible, they never hide. Hold on, the drive-by, give it with me. She ain't mine, she not mine. So my cousin 23, they doing time, tell her free. I'm the motherfucker best, but I'm not telling me. She like how I be drunk. I can't believe she messing up her ass. All new, tell her I'm the
I wiped it off.
Oh, there you go. Just needed to breathe for a second.
Must be a pretty heavy ibuprofen.
I wish I knew. Last home game we got copyrighted like a million times. Because I guess we had the mics on and we were playing, but I think it's still on. So I don't know if it's something else. I might have just
That's probably what it is. I heard the music in the background.
But usually I kill the mic so that it doesn't happen.
It might happen tonight.
I
We
tried
were
to
in
do it.
commentary and we were doing
Yeah.
dance.
I tried
So weird though, with some songs you don't copyright the songs.
yeah, I don't think
There are also, I heard, ways around it. Slightly speed up your song or slow down your song. That their algorithms can't catch up. I'm addicted to NFL, I watch basketball.
if there was only one candy on earth that you could stand in, that would be okay. I'm not saying it's the one
I want my Fitz. Dr. Fitz.
Oh, Ballard.
Thank you.
Where's the other team?
My scout is Alright, here we go.
We're back for the second half. USN out in front, 37-22. Wildcats have the opening possession in the second half. Firing the corner, Adrian outside our bounds. DCA keeps it. Let's see what they can do to get back in this one. They throw it into the backcourt to Singer. He's got it. He gets a high screen. Josh right, picks it up. Brady with a low block. Good job by Brady. He gets in the corner to Russ. Russ to Josh. Josh with a three-pointer on the way. Good! So his great first half seems to be spilling into the second half, and happily so. USN's lead is 18. Pass deflected out of bounds. DCA keeps it. Singer with it in the backcourt now. Gets it over to Carmen. Now Stanton has it. Howell over on the opposite side. Carmen looking to post up. They get it to him. Josh has him defended. Turn around with the right hand is good. Got a bit of a size advantage there over Josh. And that reduces the Wildcat deficit to 16, but Adam Miller tries to increase it over 2. And he does. Wildcats call for time, 37 timeout. The coaches stupefied at the turn of events to start the second half. DCA got 2 points. Looked like they might be starting to get back into it, but Adam Miller answered with a great 3. Just like that, USN's lead approaches 20 points, currently sitting at 19 with 6 minutes and 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Wildcats get it in. It's Singer. Negotiates up the right side. Coming back to the left side now. Stanton, he gets it to Hal. Hal trying to get free from Adrian. Throws it into the corner. Harmon picks it up. Shuffles it over. Pull up from the elbow is no good. Adam has the rebound. Looks to secure it. He does. Puts it over to Russ. Over to Josh in the corner to Adrian. Adrian puts it on the floor. Taps the baseline back to Josh. Tyler's been very patient. Moving the ball well on offense. Stretching with a hesitation dribble. Scoop in the left hand. No good. Brady fighting for the rebound. Can he get it? He does. Puts it out. Adam Miller for another 3. Short. Brady with another rebound. It's partially deflected. Cannot shoot. No good. Has it done. Attacks the lane, kicks it out. That's the happiest I've seen him in a long time.
I agree with that, especially during the game.
The smile just won't leave his face, and it's a beautiful sight to see. 5:50 left in the third. USN by 19. Josh gets it to Adrian. Grady trying to score for the post. He's double teamed. He's fouled on the way up. Foul's on Kelly. He's first. Grady will shoot 2. First free throw's good. The lead is now 20, 44-24. Second just won't quite go down. DCA comes away with a rebound. They enter the half court set. foul there on the entry pass. Foul's on Russ. His second. Through is Hal. There's it in high. Carmen over to Charlton. Charlton dribbles into the paint. Nice pass down over to Kelly. Offensive rebound. He picks up on the Carmen. Good. Stretching over to Adam Miller. Back to Josh. Braden looking to post up again. Adam tries another three from the top of the circle. Just off no good. Braden with an open rebound. Gives it to Adrian for a long two short. Braden tips it. Adrian's got a huge foul from behind. The official saw it. That foul's going to be on Charlton. No, excuse me, that foul's going to be on Hal. Bobby Lowe and Jack Garner checked in. The fans signal their appreciation for Adrian and Braden who hit today. Josh and Russ exchanged some passes. Couldn't quite get a shot up. Russ puts it on the floor. Nice pass to Josh. Finds Adam for the wraparound pass on the baseline. Adam spins free, and it's an offensive foul. He did a great job to free himself, but leaned in a little bit too much on the offensive end. It was called for the offensive foul. So the USN lead is 18 points, 44-26, 4:35, and running now left in the third quarter. Nice take there by Carmen. He got around the defender and elevated to score the layup. DCA trying to hang around. Kleiner now spins into the help defense, and it was tied up. That's good help defense there by DCA. USN keeps it. Russ to throw it in. High pass to Josh, he has it. Spins left, steps back out. Uses the high screen from Jack. Adam in the corner now. Jack has it on the block. Turns left. Picks it up with the right hand. Gets it to the He's in by 18. Jack tried to get into position to draw a charge, but it was too late. Tiger fans think it was a block. I don't think it was a charge. But it looked like a block from up here. I can't say that he was set. So Stan will shoot two. First free throw is good. And Stanton tumbles into the lane after his shot. 46-29 USN. Stretching as the rebound. Russ tries a three from the left wing. Got it! Just like that, it's a 20-point USN lead once more. Singer kicks it back out. Stan tries a deep three, too strong. Gets his own rebound, attacks the lane. But on the move, that's where a finger little layup. And it's 49-31. Stretching kicks it out to Bobby. Over to Russ. Adam Miller tries the three. Got another one. He shot one tonight. The USN is 21. Steal by Stretching. Great job getting a hand in there to take it away. Bobby trying to finish. He got turned around by the defender, but he was fouled. Now it feels like USN's in control of this game. Every time DCA scores, we seem to have an answer.
Yes, I agree with that. Just hope it stays that way. But as of now, it should stay that way.
Towers by 22. Cheerleaders raise their pom-poms in respectful silence. 34-34. Tigers lead back down to 20. Listen, tax the lane, and they're going to call Kleiner. His third foul. Woods checks in, replacing Jack. DCA with the basketball, 2:40 left in the third. They trail by 20. That's got to be off. They got right in a great position on the baseline. And it's another offensive foul for the Wildcats. Tigers have it back. Josh gets it over to Russ. Wood sets a screen. Taken away from Bobby by he's fouled from behind. I believe you're right, my mistake. Charlton crosses over behind his back, gets it over to Parker. He tries it early, he's got it. One shot back from Parker. As we get down to the 2-minute mark, Expression gets free, he's scored. DCA's coach running an offensive foul. Expression worked to separate himself, and he did successfully. Now over to Parker in the corner. Singer has it, gets it back to Howell, out top of the circle, gets to the elbow, gets it over now to Howell. Gets it out Singer for three, no good. Rebound Howell. He did a good ball fake and off the top, he gets it in the air. That led to fouls on Bobby, and that is his first. Calls for the outlet, he's got it now. Over to Russ. Russ gets to the foul line. Out in the corner, Bobby Lowe for three. But I believe he stepped on the baseline. One of the lines that you can't step on. And that gives possession back to the Wildcats. Singer now. Trying to get the Wildcats within striking distance. Harmon thinks about a three, lets one go. Sure. Williams fights for the rebound, he's got it, and he's fouled. That's the sixth foul, I believe, on DCA. So one more will put us in the break. Josh and Bobby send it back and forth to one another. Josh in possession of it now over on the left wing as we're just inside a minute left in the first quarter. Adam Miller looking to post up on the block. Bobby has it. Switch back toward the middle, gets it to Josh. Pass to Woods, wide open, lays it up the middle. Great job by Woods to find the open space and by Josh to get it to it. Tigers by 20, 58-38. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Jump shot from the elbow by Parker. Tigers have a rebound. 14 seconds. We'll see if they play for the last shot. Now. Woods comes through. He was fouled. He did hit it up here. 3 seconds left. No. Not sure if it would have counted, but USN 58, DCA 38. Hallie, pretty strong quarter for the Tigers once again.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully they can just keep this lead up and becomes a double win for the Tigers.
Those are beautiful nights when the girls and boys both get those wins. And we'll take them as we can get them.
Yeah, also it's pretty cool to see cheerleaders right now. The DCA cheerleaders are up now, but just right lined up next to each other, separated by the half. The USN student section seems to be engaged with the cheerleaders, so that's always good.
As a cheerleader, is that the best thing when the fans are actually interacting with what you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. It's always really awkward, especially during the crowd cheers, like rumble and the clapping and everybody, jumping through the beat. When the fans are just kind of there, not doing anything, because you just feel so awkward talking to the fans all they don't respond. Especially when you're at home and when there's other cheerleaders there, that their fans, they're as the away game, and the fans do respond to them.
We've got a great student section and a fantastic cheer squad. Certainly the biggest, and I would also say the best one. Completely unbiased opinion. That's another offensive foul. Tigers have taken 3 charges tonight, and it's all smiles over on the Tiger bench this evening. They've got the basketball and a 20-point lead. Looking for a little bit of help now, having picked up the dribble, he gets it over to Bobby. Bobby gets inside the 3-point line, drops it off to Russ. Now Josh has it. It's a high school grade. Wildcats with it. Fires it over to Russ in the corner. Passes on the and there's going to be a foul. So that'll send Bobby to the line for 1-and-1.
You could see number 1 Parker fall right before the call to try to see if there was a charge, and there's not. When his team ended up, the Wildcats ended up fouling, so Bobby in the line.
Coach Jones calls for time. It will be a full timeout. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in what appears to be the full game. I don't think we'll see another double overtime game tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. There's definitely not the same continuous back and forth way there was at the girls' game. But that's a good thing because the Tigers win for 20-point leads.
Yeah. If it went to overtime, that would be a very great disappointment. Coach Jones giving some instructions, very calm over in the Tiger huddle. Meanwhile, over in the DCA huddle, their coach on one knee, drawing up a play on the whiteboard. Horn sounds and both teams take their place on the floor. Bobby stands at the foul line in anticipation of receiving the ball from the official. He'll shoot 1 and the bonus. First and goal. Tiger lead is 21. Second free throw is short. Cheerleaders raised their arms into the air that time, but no pom-poms led to a miss. So it seems pretty clear, based on the evidence that we've seen, that the pom-poms are a necessary component of a made free throw. Three-pointer on the way from Hal is good. 59-41 Tigers. 7 minutes left in regulation time. Russ gets it over to Josh. Josh to the elbow. Flips it to Russ. Now Bobby gets it in the corner. Russ has it. Bobby gets it back. Brady looking at the post. They can't get it to him. Adam on the opposite side. Working against Howell. Has it deflected. Bobby goes over to get it. Passes to Adam. Russ is free on the other side. He goes to the basket. Bounce pass to Brady in the lane. He gets it up with the left hand, but it doesn't go. Adam gets it back. Adam puts it up, and that's an offensive. He was out of control. So that's a turnover for USN. Coach Jones gives him a simple instruction, don't float. Just go straight up. Won't get the offensive foul call. And probably an easier shot. Here come the Wildcats back the other way with Singer. He calls out the offense. High screen from Carmen. Carmen gets a handoff. And here's Charlton. Back to Singer. Singer gets around his rating. Shields off the defender and short. That's a nice layup there. So DCA within 16 now, 59-43. Adrian throws it into Josh. Josh gets around his man. Gets into the front court. Three-pointer on the way. Brady gets a hand on the rebound, but it's tapped to Howell. Here comes Howell. He pulls up. Shot is short. Brady fights for the rebound and has this one. Good outlet to Adam. It's a 2-on-1. Adam takes it himself and scores. Nice finish by Adam Miller. It was decent enough defense, but Adam got around his man and knocked it down. Attacking the lane there was Charlton. Brady came over to help a bit too late. He's called for the foul. That sends Charlton to the line for two. Charlton knocks down the first one. 61-44. In favor of USN. Second is likewise good, 61-45. Now the score, 5:24 left in the fourth quarter. Adrian runs the baseline, looks to get it in. Josh gets it. They're trying to trap him in the corner. He fires it ahead. Adam has it. He looks for Jack. Jack has it now. Jack shields off his man. But the layup is a bit too strong. Jack's trying to take it away. Nearly did. Did he get a turnover? He did. Great work by Jack in the backcourt. Was able to deflect the ball off the offensive player. And the Tigers have it back. We approach now 5 minutes. Josh working against Howell. Coming over to help was Parker. So Josh got rid of it. Now Adam has it. Just outside the three-point line. Jack has it down in the post. He's tied up. And the foul is called. Foul's on Carmen. Jack Kleiner to the line. First free throw is good. USN's lead is restored to 17, 62-45. Now 18 after the second quarter. USN's lead is 18, 63-45, 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in this one. Singer for three, short corner, no good. Offensive middle of Charlton, behind his back, gets into the lane, throws it to Circus, one-hander. Great job by Charlton to free himself. He nearly scored on his foul. The foul's on Jack. His fourth. Charlton will shoot. First is good. Makes it 63-47. Tigers get it into Josh. Josh Josh fakes up the sideline, then gets into the middle of the court. Gets it over to Russ. Russ spins back toward the baseline, now attacks the baseline. Kicks it out to Adam. Adam settles things down. Tigers reset. 4:10 left in the fourth quarter. Josh with a little high step. Kicks it out to Adam. Adam tries a three. Off, no good, and over the backboard it goes. Alarming some of the cheerleaders, but they retained their cheer very well. It would have been easy to get distracted, but they did not. DCA rolls it in as we cross the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Singer now has it. Back to Carmen for three, no good. Offensive rebound for Stanton. The putback just didn't go down. Jump ball and the possession arrow this time points toward the home team. So it'll be USN ball with 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. USN leading by 16, 63-47. Finally, nearly 3 away. Josh has it back. He has to also into the front court, and he does. Uses the screen from Jack, kicks it out to Adrian. Adrian nearly traveled, puts up a floating one-hander, no good. Ball's loose. Hard to come away with a little collision. It looked like two DCA players collided and it was off of one of them, but the official didn't see it that way.
I'm not even sure what USN player was off of. If it, I don't think it was, but not sure who it would have been.
The officials had a little confidence and retained their decision. And it is DCA ball. And so it is. You throw it into the backcourt. Singer walks it up. Bounce pass to the high post. Anderson gets it back out to Carr. On the step. Standing it a little bit. He gets it back. He slices through the lane. Spins it up, but it's no good. He's fouled though. He'll go to the line for two. And the foul's on Jack, so that's his fifth.
I know he's upset, and he did foul out the last DCA game as well. This game does look a lot more promising than last DCA games.
It's always tough when you foul out. You feel like you could have helped your team get a win in the final minutes. But here it seems like his services, while very valuable, hopefully won't be needed. Two free throws coming up for Steph. First is good. Second is as well. DCA shot well from the foul line tonight, and they're trying to hang around in this game down by 14 with 3:12 left in the fourth. Josh spinning left, comes free. Left-hand layup hit the underside of the rim. DCA has it back. Here comes Singer. Singer trying to get to the basket, kicks it out. He gets it to Howell. Howell the bounce pass over to the other side, attacking Stanton. He puts up a left-hand layup, no good. Adrian has the rebound. Gets it over to Russ. Russ finds himself open. Passes on the three. Tigers can be patient here with a 14-point lead. 2:43 left, and they're going to get Russ for an offensive foul. So the Tigers were trying to be patient, but they said Russ did a little too much to separate himself from the defender. Coach Jones calls for time. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. USN's lead is 63-49. What's that?
The DC cheerleaders and the USN cheerleaders are grabbing the attention of their crowd at the same beat. In the same way.
Hard to hear the DCA fans, and that's the way that it ought to be at a road game for them. Tiger fans are always pretty loud anyway, and when they're in great numbers as they are tonight, they drown out the opposition. First horn sounds.
Shockingly, the crowd was bigger for the girls' game for the Tigers, which hasn't happened in years.
Everybody gets pretty tired after that girls' game. Both because it was a lengthy one, but more so because of all the emotions that came along with it. It was a roller coaster ride. Here's Singer now. DCA, if they make a basket, it'll have the Tigers thinking. Carmen has it now. Foul line extended. Gets it back to Fisher. Over to Howell. Howell tries a deep three. Can he get it? No. Grayson tries to lock up the rebound, and he does. So we walk it back to the other end of the floor where Graydon will shoot 2 free throws in an effort to extend USN's lead from 14 points. Toppled in for a single point. Second, hit the back iron a bit too firmly. 64-49 Tigers. Now on Singer. Exchange a couple of passes. Stanton tries to free no good. Rebound to Russ. Russ with a nice outlet to Josh. Josh gets it over to Adams. Gets to the baseline. Throws it back in. Josh backs it up. Adrian now has it. Green comes over as if to set a high screen. Adam and Singer got a little tied up off the ball there, and a foul was called. I thought the foul could have been called a double foul, but it was foul only on Singer, and that's his foot. So he too has fouled out again. Adam will shoot 2. I believe the DCA coach has just been given a technical foul. He spoke very quietly to the official. I couldn't hear what he said, but the official certainly didn't care for it.
His face turns bright red. Right in the top of the front.
Adam doesn't get the first free throw to go. Second is good. So those 2 free throws count for the personal foul. 2 more now for the technical, and this will be evidently Adrian. They selected him to shoot the 2 technical fouls. He knocks down the first. And likewise, the second. Due to the technical foul, USN gets it back. They have an 18-point lead. Here's Josh. Gets it over to Adam. Tigers just moving it around the perimeter. No reason to push it on offense. You can just try to run this clock out. 18-point lead. Down to a minute and a half now. The ball never entering inside the 3-point line. steps in, circles, back out. Under a minute. It looks like the Tigers are going to try to run this one.
Definitely nice and high school.
Adam working against Parker. They come over to double in. The ball's loose. It's deflected out of bounds. USN keeps it. DCA ball. I thought it was USN ball. I thought they signaled the other way, but must have been my mistake. So the foul is called lengthening the game for no reason. Not much of a foul on Quinn, but the foul is called. That will send Parker to the line for 3 foul shots. Gets DCA to 50. 67-50 is the USN lead. Second free throw is good as well. Two for three for Parker. Offensive rebound, Stanton retreats to 2 for 3 as well. So Henry Fitzgibbon the rebound. He offers to take. Get it to Quinn, and Tigers, only thing you can do here that would be bad would be shoot the basketball. Do not shoot the basketball. Looks like they won't. DCA commits a foul with 2.6 seconds left. So we're going to see a couple of free throws here. It's going to be Quinn, shooting 2. Pom-poms high. Free throw short. No, I have no idea. I have no idea what the cheerleaders have to do to force a made free throw.
I was about to say, the theory of the pom-poms does not seem true.
The science is quite difficult. But it matters not. The game is over and the Tigers have won it. Final score 67-51. Good win for the Tigers, Hallie. Your thoughts on tonight's win?
Definitely redeeming, especially since the last DCA game resulted in 2 unanswered losses, and tonight to have 2 wins, especially division wins, is definitely a conference booster for the Tigers. And I know Coach Jones will be happy about this as well.
Rightly so, they did a great job. So, for everybody up in the booth, my man, Coach Boyson working the camera tonight. He gave up his evening to be with us. We certainly appreciate him. And the great Hallie Greenbaum. Her first night up in the booth, she did a tremendous job. Great to be with her. And it's been great to be with you.
And the boys joining the cheerleaders in the alma mater as the first time being a great win for the Tigers.
Love it. Great show of team spirit. Great way for us to sign off. So we'll see you for the next set of USN home games. Thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.